The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Miller. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin.
First there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
The 37-yard line.
Howell from the gun. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
Howell. Now he'll tuck this and run. Goes right back to McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Back to throw, Howell. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities. Elijah Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And just shedding him off there. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7 to 7, definitely getting around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start, and it ends up falling incomplete.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And Howe will throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun to give to Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Now Howell. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Which this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Sam Howell. It's a one-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10.
Rams 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll get this one complete to Atwell. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll run on third down with Brown. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Chase Brown, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing here, Howell. Underneath for Miller. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Moore, the man in motion. Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. And he is caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know about the coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll manage to pick up about 4, second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Howell down to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Arizona.
In motion right, that's Harrison. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Howell. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw it over his head as this game progresses.
That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Running right, here's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Harrison Beavis on for the field goal. A 33-yard.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so. I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Fighting his way through contact. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Miller again. And this time he's in for a Cardinal touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
22.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Stafford now to throw. That is underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Stafford. They'll look underneath and finds Brown. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They moved right down the field, and just like that, They're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack.
At the 17-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now Stafford. Slant pass, it's Ferguson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly bring it down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 7 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
This looks like a free play for Stafford. And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Terrence Ferguson from 3 yards out. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Howell. He's got the connection to Moore. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 25-yard line.
Howell's going to mix it up here. Back to throw. Gets this to Moore. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Howell to throw. That's caught by Wilson. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Chandler.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
First down, Arizona.
They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Emmanuel Forbes on the coverage.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's 1st down. And once more, Howell back to the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, they'll quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. A short one here, caught by McBride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
First down, Cardinals.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Powell going to audible to something else. Now they'll audible to something else. Inside handoff now, Miller.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, helping to a gain of 2. That changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have regained the lead. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely.